Yeah.
example, you rarely ever talk about how good your wife is. Ever.
Right.
How good your wife is. Never. It's very rare when you hear men talk about how good their wife is. It's very rare that you hear a man talk about that he's abused. It's very rare that you hear a man that's been molested. It's very rare that you hear a man that I'm hurt, that you hurt me, but I would like to express it to him because he's knowledgeable about certain things, and I want to tell him, but I don't say nothing because I'm a man. Is that a program?
I think, have we been programmed? Is it
Absolutely.
Is it generational? Is that generational? Yes. And I say that because I just met my sister 4 years ago.
Okay.
Now all the adults involved, they all took that shit to breakfast.
Yeah,
I just met her 4 years ago. She's my sister. All four of the adults that knew her, they all took that shit to breakfast.
Well, you know, to answer your question,
I'm just saying.
I think yes, it will make you a better leader because there's an evolution in manhood and masculinity. So there's a difference between being, you know, a masculine man and being divine in your divine masculine. A divine masculine is speaking towards that higher mind. And then that also goes towards having balance between your masculine and feminine aspect of self.
You guys have a good one.
All right, peace out, good brother.
I wish I could say, man, because I want to, kind of get involved with this thing here. But I want to ask one question before I leave. Has anybody, is fear and being afraid the same thing? So what? Is fear and being afraid, is that the same thing?
I think it's just a higher level of. It depends on. I think it's a coming to what you're afraid of.
Fear is the act of, afraid is the act of.
Yeah, it's a characteristic of fear.
Because the thing I'm thinking about is like if you go to Hoover Dam, okay, that is like, when you look over that thing, it's like, my God. You know what I'm saying? You get a certain thing that goes kind of through you. And then you go up to that bridge, which is probably higher than that, and you're looking down there and everybody's looking like ants. You know what I'm saying?
That's a part of your natural instinct, and as like Chris and my brother would say, the experiences that you have through your life, you know what's going to happen if you fall over.
Right. Your brain calculating a lot in this moment.
Right.
So your brain is like lit and a lot of firing is happening.
Afraid.
Right.
I mean, the fearful of it is just that's the afraid side for me.
Right.
Isn't that reverence?
That's like a spike of excitement.
Right.
Like reverence. It's a respect, a natural respect for the
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what it's up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
That's
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because like I used to, in high school, in junior high, I was the roller coaster king. Anytime that I knew that velocity was going backwards, I'm there. And I'm in the last seat, which is the first seat. I got to get full experience.
Right.
But once my mind started calculating what happened if this roller coaster jumped the track.
Right.
When I started looking at free fall and realized that free fall actually leaves the track and then connects back to the track, I'm scared of amusement parks, period. I won't even go in a small world. But back when I was young, there was no fear because I didn't really care if it was going to jump the track or not.
Right.
But as I started getting older, and started calculating speed and timing, and if this happens, nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. And now I'm actually afraid, but I also respect it.
And that's the difference between your experiential side, and your critical side. Your critical side is go overanalyze, to take in everything. Your experiential is just going to live within that moment to feel.
Every man is going to experience fear at one point in his life.
Well, yeah, every man and woman going to do that.
Unless
Every
they
man is going to experience fear in his
Unless
life.
they've
But-
been
As Richard Pryor said, you don't get to be old, you know.
Yeah, but you get to be courageous, and that's acting in the face of fear.
They still didn't answer the question about the bear. Could it kill your family? And would you be afraid?
Depends on what I'm equipped with.
Right. But what if you're equipped with nothing? What if you're equipped with
If I got a
nothing?
flamethrower,
And it's just
I'm
like,
gonna be afraid.
Well, I mean,
it's going down.
at that point, it doesn't matter whether it's fear or not. It's just whether what you gonna do. It's just reaction. You know what I mean? That's all that matters at that point. Same thing gonna happen. It's just what level of reaction will you have.
The same thing gonna happen because if you sacrifice yourself to the bear and then tell your family to run, right?
But see that you might have done that out of fear. It might not have been the best result. You might have just threw your hands up, created the biggest space, and then the bear might have backed off. So it depends on whether intelligence overrides fear. Because I don't know if I'm just.
Maybe fear is not the best thing. You know what I mean? Because maybe if you show fear,
Yeah. Well, they can smell that pheromone.
Right. So maybe in certain circumstances, it's like, okay, you can't.
Right. Fear make you run from a lion. But the intelligent thing would be to stay in your ground and make your presence big.
I told my kids.
And make a lot of noise.
I told my kids, whenever there's a dog, don't run. I told them, don't run, right? So I was at the track one day, and I was way on the other side, and this lady came in, she had a big German Shepherd. And I couldn't get there fast enough. I was way on the other side of the track, but my kids, I saw them.
I wish I didn't have to go.
It's like I saw them thinking. I saw them thinking, Daddy said don't run. So they started to run at first, and then they stopped. And they just stood there. Because they knew I told them, do not run. If you see a big dog and it's coming at you, don't run. So I know they were feared, but they had to get calm in order to not run. So in that case...
Yeah, that's rationalizing. That's using intelligence.
Yeah.
You know, that's why ignorance is often where fear actually comes in. It's like you can be afraid of a snake, but once you have the knowledge of how to handle that snake, you become a little more fearless because you know what to do in order to not get bit. And then you may see a same snake, you know, oh, I got the knowledge of this one not even poisonous. So you don't have that same level of fear because you know that it's not going to actually take your life or things of that nature. So knowledge is what equips you to be more courageous and be more fearless. It's the ignorance of not knowing what may be that be like, God damn, this might kill me. That's overthinking. You know what I mean? Like, it probably won't even take your life at all. So that knowledge is what makes people fearless. And then also, there's people that's courageous, acting in the face of fear. I was fearless and still did. I mean, I was fearful and still did it. That's courage.
Yeah.
So it depends on, like I say, do you let it control you or do you control it?
But it does exist. Yeah, you got to
Yeah. Some people feel alive when they feel the fear. Yeah, I mean, there's a big difference between it's like a person being on stage and being excited, but then also having that moment of fear right before.
You know what I call
it's feeling
that?
alive.
I call that exhilaration.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if I say I'm afraid, I got senseis that tell me we'll change that to exhilarate. Because that's like being on the roller coaster. It's exhilarating. You know what I mean?
But I feel you on that, and I feel what you're talking about now. Now, right here are all speakers. So we all experience for that. But for me, it used to be that. Now it's like I'm like him. I'm on a choke chain. I don't. The anticipation right now is getting from my house to the airport. That's my anticipation.
Oh, right.
I'm like that.
Yeah.
Even if I'm 2 hours early.
Yeah.
I just got to be there. But once that plane take off, I'm going to go into a whole nother mode.
Right.
Now my mouth start watering, and I'm ready. So when I land, my headspace is, I can't wait to get on the stage.
Right.
As opposed to before, I used to have this anxiety.
Yeah.
But that's where experience take over.
Right now, I'm like this. You got to hold me back because let me loose. But so I don't want to be. Don't drop me off there 2 hours early.
Right.
And I have to see other speakers. I don't need all of that. I don't want that. Give me the speaker before me. Get me to the speaker at that time.
But see, that's where control comes in. The one thing you don't have control over is whether possibly you being late. So that's where the fear comes in. But once you on that plane, you got control. You got experience. You know what you gonna say. So it's hard for a person to be fearful of getting on stage when their mind already goes to this place and they neurons already fire up. This is where I'm gonna pull all this information from. Confidence is the ability to hold on to truth. So if you know you practice 10,000 hours and then you get in the ring to fight somebody, you holding on to that practice that you did. That's what takes over when you're in the ring.
Right.
But people often choke up when they're trying to remember something they already know. So you don't have to think of what to say. You already know what to say. So it's like all you got to do is go up there and allow yourself to flow. So it's no longer a place of nervousness because you don't even try to have control. You just allow your instincts to take over at that point.
Right.
So yeah, the only thing you can't control is if your ass is late.
That's the thing that it is there. I'm like, and I don't miss flights, but that right there is the only thing that messes with me. Because messing with LA,
Yeah.
always trouble in the city.
Right. Yeah, that getting on the plane
I try
part.
my best to get it right. Because they say fear, speaking in front of people is one of the biggest fears.
Peace, good
More
God.
than death. It's more than
Yeah.
death.
I mean, it's observation. You allowing people to observe you on a mass scale, and it's a vulnerable place to be in front of people. Yeah, I mean, because you left up to the feeling of not having control. You can't edit, pause, rewind, fast forward.
And it's present and it's in the moment.
It's exciting. It's
How do you
exhilarating.
tell before you hit the stage?
It depends on the place, right? It's like, and then it also depends on the topic, I believe. But if it's something that I know, if I'm speaking directly from experience, there's really no thrill in that aspect to where it's like, I just got to give them my truth. So it's like, I don't have to think of anything. I don't have to aspire to be nobody when I'm in front of people. You ask me a question, I just answer it based off my experience. The interesting thing is like, let's say you're in front of a crowd of individuals you've never been in front of before. So you may start calculating, I wonder how they will perceive me. You know what I mean? You may say, this crowd is much smarter than the crowds that I'm used to dealing with. Let's say if you go to a convention, it's full of geniuses. And you may start calculating who they are, then who you are, and whether you're going to get that same perception. For me, as soon as I speak, whatever I was thinking goes away. Whatever I was thinking before that don't even matter. I realized like, I'm me. Like, what the fuck was I nervous for about anything? So like that disappears either before I get there or right before it happens. But I kind of like it because it's that moment where you feel that excitement, that thrill in your head. But then of course that disappears that moment you start talking. Like,
It makes you feel alive.
yeah, that's why, like you say, some people seek thrills.
I think that's why a lot of people like when they have those experiences of being in situations that create that fear. So, like you said, some people thrive on that,
Yeah.
and they like that. And so, if they're not doing things like that constantly hit them up, they're bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it.
Only time I don't like speaking is when I ain't get enough sleep. And I feel like I don't have access to my own thoughts. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give them the same amount of quality as if I was well rested and I have all my ability to articulate myself and pull all my information from my head. That's the only time I feel the fear of speaking, because it's like I'm not sure if I'm going to perform the same level. But it's never based off ignorance or not being capable. It's but do I have access? I do paradigm shifting. Also do marketing, branding, business.
So you speak on that? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Depending on what I'm being booked for. So if a person books me, like I'm being booked to speak in North Carolina, I know they specifically want to talk about branding, marketing, and shifting your mindset. So what I would do to prepare for that is just fill my mind up with the things that I know about branding, marketing, shifting your mindset. So it's kind of like, for me, it's like pouring a jug up. Then I get to pass out cups of all this water of knowledge that I done filled out. But if I go in there feeling, don't know what the topic is, and I'm like, I don't know which part of my brain to even draw from. So it's a different level of confidence when you get that practice first. You get to fill yourself up and then just pass it out. Like, oh yeah, I came with gallons for their ass. So whoever in here, if you thirsty for knowledge, I'm gonna quench your thirst. And then my goal is to give you thoughts that originate from me, uncommon answers, right? The problem is a lot of people, I don't go for motivation ever. I go for instructions. Motivation without instruction is dangerous. I want to give you something that you can utilize that's applicable. So my goal is always, how can I add value to your life? How can you take away and execute from this information that I gave you access to?
You know, how I relate to what you say.